Who's ready to go to college? Me, just kidding. I've gone for 3 years. So I think that justifies me giving you some advice. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Audrey. I post videos every week and I also make TikToks and post outfit pictures and fashion inspo on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on those platforms as well, I would really appreciate it. But definitely hit the subscribe button because I found out today that like 96% of my viewers are not subscribed, and I feel like that's kind of like mean. Like, you guys should like probably subscribe. I would be really happy about it if you would, so please consider it. No pressure. I thought about making this like a formal like sit down where I would sit on my bed and like set up my tripod and my ring light, but then I was like, I kind of just want to like chill at my computer and sit in my swivel chair and give kind of really honest, big sister-like advice to you guys, because I loved watching these videos before I went to college and I want to help you guys out as much as I possibly can. So I hope this video is very helpful. So the way this video is going to go is I'm going to talk about a few key categories that I think are super important to talk about that I can't leave out of a college advice video. And then the second portion is going to be a little bit of a Q&A. So I asked my followers on Instagram and TikTok what they're wondering about college and any questions they have, and I'm going to answer them as honestly as I possibly can. And we're going to get you all super excited to go to school because college really is like the best 4 years of your life. So I hope this advice can help you survive and thrive. So let's get into it. Sorry if my swiveling bothers you. It makes me really happy. So, sorry. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is roommates. Basically everyone going into their freshman year has a roommate, and having to live with somebody who is most likely a complete stranger and having it be your first time not living at home can be very daunting. I've had 2 roommates. I had one freshman year and sophomore year, and I think looking back, there's things we could have done better that would have made our roommate experience better, but I love both of them and still talk to both of them. My first tip to have like a smoother roommate experience would be to set boundaries with your roommate. Basically, you guys should just kind of write down a list of like things that you like, things that you don't like if you're a really neat person and if their side of the room being dirty is really gonna bother you, or it's not gonna bother you at all, say that, because if it comes up later and it does bother you and you're afraid to confront them about it, this might start a lot of tension and then it might like downward spiral into a huge fight. So you can avoid all of that by just setting boundaries. And just don't settle for anything you aren't okay with, because your room is supposed to be your sanctuary. Like, you both live in that room. It's not just one person's room, and it needs to be a comfortable space for both of you. It's really hard if you have a ton of classes, maybe even a job, and then you go home and you really want to just like relax and you don't feel welcome in your own room. Like, that should not happen. So setting boundaries can completely prevent that. An idea I thought of that maybe would have made things even better is like maybe just do a check-in after like a month or 2 of living together, and you guys can identify what you like about living with the other person, what you'd like to improve upon, and what would make your living situation better as a whole. So yeah, roommates can be difficult, but they can also be super fun as well. My next category is drinking. Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. Do it if you want to. If you don't want to, grab a cup of water and nobody will give you a hard time. Never put your cup down. Don't do it. Just don't. If you put your cup down, go get another drink. I would shy away from the like jungle juice, or at my school we call it bucket. I really love drinking bucket because it's kind of a hangover in a cup. So my favorite thing to do is I get these plastic to-go cups on Amazon that come with lids, and then I just get straws to put in them, and I just make my own mixed drink at home and then bring it out with me. That way I'm not drinking anybody else's alcohol. I know that nobody's gonna drop anything in my drink because it has a lid on it. It also helps you to know how much you're drinking. So if you measure it out and you put 2 shots in there and then the rest of your mixer, you know that you're basically having 2 drinks and you'll be all good for the night. Or the day drink. I love bringing those cups to day drinks. I'll link them down below. They're literally such a game changer. But yeah, just be safe and don't let anybody pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. My next topic is hookup culture. Wow, what a wonderful thing. Hookup culture is so prevalent. Every school, I swear, every single school. It's just huge. And there's nothing wrong with participating in hookup culture. If you just want to be single and have fun, then that is totally okay, but just make sure you're being safe. Now, the caveat to hookup culture is if you end up catching feelings for someone, but they don't want to commit to you, please run. Every time. Every time. They never commit, and you just kind of stick around for a while. You stick around for a while, and then you get so heartbroken when you could have left a long time ago. But seriously, as soon as you catch wind that they might not want to commit to you, you will save yourself so much heartbreak if you just end it. Just end it. There are so many people out there. This person is not special enough for them to not be obsessed with you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be with somebody who's not absolutely obsessed with you and doesn't want to completely commit themselves to you. Like, you literally don't want to be with somebody like that. So make sure you end that as soon as you catch a sign of that, and it will save you a lot of heartbreak. And then somebody's gonna come around and be obsessed with you, and then you're gonna be like, why did I waste so much time on that? Why? The world might never know. Next up is parties. Parties. If you can't tell, I love a good frat party. I really do. And when Losing It by Fisher comes on, there is no controlling me. I'm losing it. I am losing it on D floor. D floor is dance floor. But they are gross. People spill drinks everywhere. It's disgusting. So make sure you're wearing like pretty beat up shoes. I like just wearing like some beat up white sneakers. I have like these old Air Force Ones that I wear out. And then sometimes in the late fall and winter, I break out like my going out booties. I don't even know if I have any going out booties anymore though, because I think I threw them out last year because I was like not going out because of COVID. So I'll link some options for you guys below that are from like Nasty Gal or like Boohoo. Those are great ones because they're super cheap and it doesn't matter if you ruin them because the objective is kind of to ruin them. So yeah. But yeah, don't wear your favorite white sneakers to a frat party. Like, really just don't. You will be devastated the next morning, so please don't do it. Some people talk about like frackets, which are frat jackets. Personally, I would never wear a jacket to a frat party. I don't think it would ever see the light of day again. I feel like that's for if you go to a school like Penn State or Syracuse. I go to school in North Carolina. In December and January and February, it does get cold, but we Uber everywhere anyway, so it's not like I'm walking in the freezing cold to a party. The only time I ever have to walk is from the Uber to the door of the house. So you don't really need a jacket if you're anywhere other than Syracuse. And my last tip for parties is to stock up on themed party stuff. So when you get to college, you're gonna be like, why are there so many theme parties? Why? Literally why? But for some reason, college kids just love themes. And it is so fun to just have a costume bin of all of your stuff for themed parties because you're gonna need it for literally the next 4 years. So you might as well get a few fun things when you're heading into your freshman year. I made you guys a list on my Amazon storefront of my favorite items for themed parties, so you can thank me later. They're super fun. And now let's get into the Q&A.
I actually filmed the Q&A before this part that you just watched, and then I realized that it would flow better if I gave my tips beforehand, so you'll just notice that it's light outside.
So I asked people on TikTok and Instagram to submit questions to me, and I have some on my Instagram story Q&A, and then I also have some like in my TikTok comments. All right, so the first thing is friends. Oh my God. Thinking about how wonderful the friends are that I've made in college just makes me smile from ear to ear. I was not a huge fan of high school. I really didn't have a good experience. So getting to college and making absolutely awesome friends just changed my entire life, and I hope that the same thing happens for you. And I'm getting a lot of questions on the best ways to meet people and how to make friends. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did to do that. I was pretty lucky that I went in knowing one of my best friends from high school and also having an entire group chat of all of the people that were studying musical theater. So I went in knowing a decent amount of people, but that doesn't mean that I had like a ton of friends going in, if that makes sense. And actually, the way that I met my two best friends freshman year was, luckily they lived next door to me, but literally what I did was, I had gotten to school early, my roommate had to come late because she had like a wedding or something, so I was in my room alone and I wanted to go out that night. I was like, I want to go to a party, I want to go to a frat party, but I didn't have anyone to go out with. So I literally walked my ass over to their room, I knock on the door, they're like, hey, and I was like, do you guys want to go out tonight? I don't even think I had introduced myself at this point, and they were like, yeah, sure. Like they were kind of like thrown off by it. And then basically from there on out, I lived with them. I basically lived in their room all year, and they are still two of my greatest friends. So basically, I would say my advice is to put yourself out there. No one knows anyone. No one's going in with a huge group of friends, and if they are, then like they're stuck in high school and they're gonna stay that way. But if you wanna meet like your people, you're gonna have to put yourself out there. And if someone thinks you're weird for saying like, hey, do you wanna go grab lunch? Or hey, do you wanna go out together tonight? Then you don't want to be their friend. Another way to meet people is by getting involved in organizations. So I know at Elon, a lot of people love to do our magazine, and they meet a lot of people through that. Or you can join a club on a topic you're interested in. Or if your school has it, Greek life. Personally, I am a huge fan of Greek life. I have met my best friends in the world through Greek life. So if they have it at your school, definitely consider giving it a try. This next question is a really good one, and it says, how do you manage a good work-life balance? To be honest with you guys, I think that I am actually very good at this. And here's why. Personally, I love to go out. Even if it's a Tuesday night and there's a party, I want to be there. And if I have a lot to do the next day, I just make sure that I do it all before I go out. Even sometimes if it's not necessarily the smartest decision, but as long as you are on top of your shit, like my mindset is just like work hard, play hard. That's basically it. The amount of times I've gone to 8 a.m. ballet like after going out, absurd. This next question is such a good one. So it says, what to do when you miss home? This one's hard because it happens to everybody at least once in your freshman year. Like, it's inevitable that you are going to like miss home a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, personally, I didn't miss home. I only missed home maybe once. And I know some people who missed it a lot and had a really hard time adjusting. And my best advice to those people would be, call your mom. Call your friends, FaceTime them, see how they're doing, see what's new in their lives. And just because you're miles away doesn't mean they're gone for your life or that you're never going home. It just means that you aren't gonna see them for a little bit and you have your own life, and that's okay. But the independence of college can sometimes be overwhelming, so it's definitely a great idea to keep talking to your parents or your siblings or your friends from home, and I promise you that should really settle your homesickness. So I'm also seeing questions about sororities and should I join a sorority and any sorority rush tips. Personally, my answer is yes. I love my sorority. I love all of my friends that I've made in my sorority. I love my big, I love my little, I love my G little. I just got really, really lucky that I found such an awesome group of girls in my organization. And I think if you're looking to make friends, or even if you have an already established friend group and then you rush second semester and you want to like make your circle even bigger, it is just the best thing ever. Tips for recruitment. I have been on both sides of recruitment. I have done regular recruitment where I was the PNM. I've done regular in-person recruitment where I was in the sorority, and I've done virtual recruitment while being in the sorority as well. So I kind of know how both sides of it go. You'll probably hear this a ton, but just be yourself and talk about your interests. Talk about what excites you, because that's what makes you you, and that's what's gonna make an organization want you to be a part of it. Everybody has something different to contribute to an organization, so if you go in there trying to be somebody else, they're gonna see through it. Like, just be yourself, and then you'll end up in the right organization for you. I've known plenty of people from multiple schools being like, oh yeah, like I really wanted to be in this sorority, but I actually ended up in this one, and I'm so glad that I did. So don't have your sights set on like one sorority and think, if I don't get into the sorority, I'm not joining a sorority. Don't do that. Because formal recruitment is designed for you to find your perfect match of an organization. It's almost like speed dating, but for sororities. So just kind of trust the process and know that you're gonna end up where you're supposed to be. And if you end up not liking it, you can always drop. Okay, someone asked, what's a go-to class outfit? I'm going to make a completely separate video for this for college wardrobe essentials, but my favorite thing to wear to class is literally just leggings and a sweatshirt and maybe like a tank top like this. You want to layer because you never know if it's going to be cold or hot in the classroom, and you want to be comfortable because a lot of the time you're sitting there for literally an hour and a half. So don't think too much about it. You don't have to like dress to the nines every day. Most of the time I'm literally in workout clothes because I'm coming from dance classes, and sometimes I'll even have pink tights on in class, and that's okay because literally nobody cares. That is something that you'll learn in college. Nobody cares what you're wearing. Someone said, tips for communal bathrooms. I had a communal bathroom freshman year. My biggest tip would be get a good shower caddy and get good shower shoes. I'll link the ones that I got from Amazon down below that I literally still wear as a senior. Oh my god, I'm gonna be a senior. That's so fucking weird, but I literally still wear them. So I love them. I wear them in my shower that is at home, that is at like my house at Elon. Mainly because I don't like walking on the hardwood floor when my feet are wet, so I just walk in my shower shoes until they dry off. So yeah, just get some good shower shoes. I'll link mine down below. And yeah, that basically concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found something helpful in here. And if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. I am so excited for all of you who are heading into your first year of college, or maybe if this is your first year of in-person, because maybe you were online all last year. I'm super excited for you, and I hope you have the actual best time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.